So my 4mm thick plexi windows are in. As with most things with this car, it was 2 steps back to go 1 step forward. I had to actually pull the window trim again and trim the felts to fit this rubber piece. I was waiting on that seal from Classic Alfa, so basically disassembled a lot of the door, but got it back together, got the windows in place, and I'm going to show you this design I came up with to keep them clamped to the cables. So I don't love the stock window clamps for a few reasons. 1, they're expensive. 2, they're heavy. And 3, they're permanently affixed to the glass and made for the stock thicker window glass, so I'd have to use a shim or something to use them with my acrylic windows. So I thought I could do better. I came up with this design. It's 3 pieces, and when you tighten the bolts, it clamps over the window and also clamps the cable. And it's lightweight, easy to replace if I need to, but it also makes it easy to replace the windows, because when you're using Lexan or polycarbonate windows, as you know, they scratch easily. So I might want to swap those out every now and then, and this makes it simple, non-permanent, and I think it's a good solution. Guys, it works great. The clamps hold the window in place beautifully. They're lightweight. They allow me to quickly switch out the Lexan window if I need, and couldn't work better. So that is finally some satisfaction with this car. At least one job done. Once I get these latches swapped out for the 1750 latches, I'll be able to put the door panels on and button them up. So a good way to end the night. Update on the dash. So I went to like 4 or 5 places in the area. They were all between $500 and $1,000 until I got to this place called Classics Auto Body, and they said $200, and they totally know their stuff. I feel great about it. Their painter has 25 years of experience. They know exactly what I wanted. So my dash will be ready tomorrow. And that means we get to start looking into wiring. I have some interesting stuff planned for the wiring of this car, but it starts with this battery, which is an anti-gravity lithium battery. This thing's awesome. It weighs 3.5 pounds. It'll have plenty of power for my application here, and I'm excited to use it. So with that, I designed and 3D printed a battery box. This is it. Just some foam strips on the back for vibration. I'll show you where it mounts, but I wanted to talk a little bit about 3D printing and the processes I've used for parts on this car. So you guys have seen with other components that I'm not at all opposed to getting stuff machined or sending designs to Send Cut Send to get cut and bent out of sheet metal and powder coated. When I 3D print parts like this, I'm doing it because I think that this is literally the best process and material for this application. This battery box will be plenty strong with a 3-pound battery, even jumping over curbs and all sorts of stuff this car might go through on the track. But this is really lightweight. I can do it in-house. I have several 3D printers here for work. So I'm choosing the processes and materials based off my experience in engineering. So just wanted to shed a little light there as to why I'm doing all sorts of different processes and the reasoning behind what those are. So I'll pop this in and you can see where it goes. Nope, not there. Not anywhere back there either. This is where it's going. So several reasons for choosing this location. 1, with the dash in, it's really hidden and out of the way. You don't really notice it. 2, the weight distribution is central, and again, it's a super lightweight battery, but along those lines, and also as a benefit electrically, I have really short wire runs to the starter and alternator and into ground, so it's very convenient from that standpoint. 3, it's serviceable if necessary, comes right out the top. Again, the lid's not on my battery box yet. And to mount it, I just used longer bolts coming from the throttle pedal assembly on the other side of the firewall, and locking nuts and washers. Yes, I'm missing a washer, but I'm getting a new supply of them tomorrow, so that will be remedied. So it's really simple to mount here, simple to design and mount, and I, after giving a lot of thought, I think this is the best choice.